Aloha! Welcome to Seli's Home Cooking, bringing you Moringa Pesto fresh pasta recipe. Stay tuned! Alright, so I have gathered the ingredients for our fresh pasta dough. Let's now mix all of the ingredients. For the eggs, we make sure that it's beaten and blended before mixing it into the flour. For this part, we want to mix by hand, and you may want to consider putting gloves on. Combine all of the ingredients until coarse and transfer this to your stand mixer, or you can knead it by hand as well. Knead the dough for 10 minutes. And just a quick reminder, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Give us a thumbs up and hit the notification bell. Thank you. It looks like our pasta is done. That looks good. You want to check your pasta as long as it's smooth and elastic. That should be good. Not completely smooth. You don't want to be tempted to add more liquid or water. All you need is the egg and oil, and you don't want it to be really wet. So wrap that with a plastic wrap. Let it rest for 30 minutes. And in the meantime, let's gather the ingredients for our pasta sauce. Let's start with our garlic. And I want to show you this garlic peeler here. This is a tube. My Hanai family gave this to me and they work really wonderful. I will leave the link where you can get this on Amazon on the description below. In this recipe, we are just slicing the garlic really thin. And next are the anchovies. Oh, this is a secret ingredient for this pasta sauce. You can't really explain where that amazing taste is coming from. And really, anchovies is the version of bagoong in the Philippines. And I call it the gourmet version of bagoong. It's really good. Well, my mom's favorite. She uses bagoong in her everyday cooking, almost. Alright, so all of our pasta sauce ingredients are ready. So let's go back to the pasta dough. So what I'm doing here is I'm putting the attachment to our KitchenAid mixer. I also got these attachments on Amazon. See, look at that dough. It's really soft. I cut it into 4 and flattening it using the attachment. And really, this is more of a personal preference. We like it thin. So my family likes the pasta thin. So I'll be using the angel hair cutter as well. So you just run the pasta dough maybe a couple times or multiple times until you get the desired thickness. Alright, down to the last dough. And we just finished flattening that last dough. And we are now ready for the next step, which is we are going to cut our pasta, and I will use the angel hair cutter. We like it fine and thin, and so that's what we're using, as I mentioned earlier. And look at that dough! How beautiful, how divine! These are just some simple pleasures for me. I love cooking and I love using my kitchen gadgets. And by the way, I will leave the link to where you can get these gadgets on Amazon in the description below. These make life easier. I highly recommend it. Alright, the pasta is done and it's ready to be cooked. And I actually put the water earlier on the stove while we were cutting our pasta. So because these are fresh pasta, your water needs to be medium boil, not fast or rolling boil. You don't want to overcook the pasta. And put it at 3 minutes. Only cook it for 3 minutes because there will be a time for it to cook again when you add it to the pasta sauce. So now it's time to get started with our pasta sauce. I'm using my cast iron Dutch oven for the pasta sauce. I set the stove at a medium temperature. I don't want to burn the garlic when I'm sauteing it. And you just want to saute the garlic until it's fragrant. And it's time to add the anchovies, our secret ingredient. And you just want to cook the anchovies until they're dissolved. Add the pasta water. And then add the Parmesan cheese. Mix it well and let it simmer for 3 minutes. And it's time to add our pasta. The melted Parmesan will coat the pasta and it is so good. Well, mix that, let it cook for about 1 minute. Remove it from the heat and add the salted butter. Let that melt and get incorporated. Then add your lemon juice, as well as your lemon zest. The lemon zest will add some freshness to the Moringa Macadamia Nut Pesto that we're using for this pasta. And now it's time to add our Moringa Macadamia Nut Pesto. This recipe, if you want to learn how to make a Moringa Macadamia Nut Pesto, click on the link above to watch a separate video we've done last week. And look at that goodness and yummy pasta. This is comforting food for me. This pasta is good topped with grilled shrimp or steak or salmon. I like mine plain with just garlic bread. Please subscribe to my channel, Seli's Home Cooking. And if you try this recipe, please leave me a comment below. Please give me a thumbs up and hit the notification bell so you will be notified for more recipes. And until next time, ahui ho!